the law of knowingness, there's only 4 known ways you can change things. They say either you stop doing what you're doing, you start doing what you're not doing, you do something less of, you do something more of.
Wow, I love
There's
that.
only 4 ways you can create change. Stop doing what you're doing, stop doing something, start doing what you're not doing, do less of something, do more of something.
True.
The real ownership is knowing how to be when, what to stop doing, what to start doing, and how to do less and how to do more. That's the real ownership of our life and our time, which really gets people confused, and the hour turns into a day, the day turns into a week, the week have a bad month, and before you know it, you have a bad year. Currently, the war most of us are at within ourselves is the war between being the angel of being forgiving or being the devil of demanding what we want.
True.
I feel that's the biggest war into knowing versus owning. We all know how to be, we all know we should be kind, we all know we should be caring, but when shit hits the fan, when at work somebody disappoints us, when our loved one betrays us, who we are that's what dictates our real character.
True.
That when you ask me, Sidra, how does one change the ingredients of the cup? How can we turn a coffee into a lime juice or a mojito?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, and I say that's where the power of coding is. That's where the power of your body's consciousness is, that what is in your cup is dictated by your genetic coding, your environmental coding, and your eternal coding. So it's a combination of these 3 events, decision, and timelines that dictates you're filled with anger or you're filled with love.
Wow.
So if you're born from let's say a mother who is generous, who's kind, who's loving, who's caring, or if you're born from a mother who's consistently self-loathing, self-rejecting, will heavily influence the way you treat yourself and the way you treat your kids without even knowing, because that's the ingredients of motherhood being coded in you from your mom. Yes, it is a very, very important activation, I would say, healing the family matrix, because since we are having this conversation that we are not isolated individual piece of machinery, we are actually connected with the matrix of our parents, our religion, our environment. So when we are working on, as you said, awareness is the key. When we're working on, let's say, depression or low energy or any kind of illness, we're never just working with what we think about it. We also working what our mom thought, what our family thought, and using that meditation, healing the family matrix, works on the entire family in one go.
Oh, yes. And I'm a living testimony to that, Sidra.
I love it.
Yeah, because I
Thank you.
remember, yes, and thanks to being in Soul's Power with you for 4 or 5 sessions, and constantly working. And I remember those days when I'd come back and say, my God, like when will I get through my family? And then I would quietly just sit and do the ABC process from the book. And to my surprise, a week later, I'd get this amazing call from my dad or my mom, and I'm like, wait a minute, where's this coming from? And then I would smile to myself, yeah, I think the ABC is working.
Yes, 100%. It genuinely works, especially in relationships. As long as you're able to find that part of you, which is inside of the other person, inside you, you will always have harmony in your relationship. It works magically in relationships.
What does it take for me to be awake? Wanna know how to activate the truth of who